I don't know if where you stand on this. Maybe it's not so much the norm in college dating, but would you like a guy to pay for you on the first date?
No, I think you should split the bill.
Should split? Okay. What about you? Should the guy pay on the first date?
Happy to split.
Happy to split?
I would like him
How
to.
many times?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I would like him to, yes.
Pay for the, what about you?
I'm fine with paying too. It's fine.
Okay. What were we
Yeah, how many times going around have you actually split the bill on a date, though?
yeah, you said you've been on a couple first dates?
Yeah, every time we split the bill.
Every time? Okay. All right. She's dating feminist guys. Okay. What about you?
I'd say the last few dates I've been on, I've paid.
Okay.
No, but that's not really the heart of the question. The heart of the question is, all of the dates you've been on, how many times have you paid?
Thank you.
Or
for the,
split.
Yeah.
I've only literally been on a handful of dates, so my answer stays the same.
So on the handful of dates that you've been on, you've split the bill every time?
No, my answer was I paid.
So in the handful of dates you've been on, you've paid for all the dates?
Yes.
Seems dubious.
What?
Why?
Kelly.
So the last guy I was dating, I'm financially a lot more well off than him. And so I paid for the date. It doesn't bother me who pays. I was a lot more well off than him, so I paid. I felt more comfortable doing it that way.
Do you want it to be like that, though, for, ever?
I can imagine when I do settle down, I'll probably earn a lot more than what they do, and I'd be more than happy with paying.
For everything?
Well, when you become with someone, things become shared, so it wouldn't always be just me. My money would become eventually their money as well. So I wouldn't see it as, oh, that's my money, that's their money. I'd see it as shared.
Here, look, this is, we won't linger long on the wage gap thing. Here's just the argument I was going to make. So we have a small group here at the table. We've heard from a lot of women. I would say the overwhelming majority of women, at least that we've heard from on the show, not all women. There are plenty of women who will go 50-50, or even in some cases, they'll even pay for the whole date. A lot of women prefer the man to pay for the first date. Let's assume it's even a minority of women. Let's say it's 30 or 40% of women who have a gendered expectation on men that men need to pay for first dates, they need to pay on subsequent dates, and that men need to be providers. I would argue that even if it's a minority of women, 30 to 40% of women, that creates and would create enough of a mating pressure. Let's disregard any other factors like men working more hours, men are more willing to relocate, men are more willing to work shitty hours, graveyard shift, men are more likely to go work in bumfuck North Dakota, women tend to
Intel Wild donated $69. So Asians can be 608s, 304s times 2?
Strumpets, double strumpets. There you go, double strumpets. I think that actually the wage gap could be just simply argued away by women's own sexism and their sexist expectations of men to be providers. Because I'm not saying it's all women, but if there's enough women, 30 to 40%, which I think is being conservative, who want men to pay for first dates, who won't date men who won't, that would create, in my view, enough of a mating pressure for men to be just simply more motivated to earn money, to earn more money than their female counterparts. Motivation is extremely powerful. So I don't think you can really meet a man who insists that women should pay for first dates. I suppose it's rare, but you can't get away with a man insisting women should pay. So if there was a pay gap, which I think there isn't, I think it could be entirely explained away by women's gender expectations of men to pay for first dates, to be providers, to pay for this XYZ. So, and also in addition to that, women go after men who are at the top of who are at the apex of hierarchies. So men who are really successful, men who are very competent, men who are extremely wealthy, successful. Women deem those things to be very attractive in men. So it's almost reinforced. If there was a wage gap, you could argue it's just reinforced by the mating pressure that's created by women.
Agreed.
There's a mating pressure on men that does not exist in women, or that doesn't exist for women. Excuse me. So, nothing? Okay, all right, cool.